Whoa. Whoa. Seems good. Stream is starting. The Captain Coder at the helm. Bean water is ready. Today we will learn a lot. He loves the questions.
You know I do.
He loves to sing.
Yes, I do.
Join our Discord.
Join it.
Follow him.
Follow us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, Lurka. Welcome back to the stream. It's so wonderful to have you here on this beautiful studio level ad-libs. That's right. We got to pay attention here. Vibing Games, Lurka 8, Code Monk. It's so wonderful to see everyone here. Folks, if you guys don't know, the incredible, the gorgeous, the beautiful, the unstoppable, the unfathomable, the incredibly talented, intalented, incredibly intalented, mushed together, Lurka 8, folks, go. If you want to watch, hang on, why can't I do it? There it is. If you want to go watch someone, the intalented, the incredibly talented, go check out Lurka 8, folks. She has a great stream over there if you want to watch someone playing video games. Awesome stuff. Don't you dare follow the captain. He'll get inside your head and make you slightly smarter. Kvadrattisk, I do my best. I do my best to do my duty to Twitch and my community. You know I love you guys. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Captain Code on a Friday. Well, is this an alternate dimension, Captain? I'm trying the GD script. You know, people were telling me I got to get in there on the GD script, give it a shot. Yeah, but folks, be sure to go give Lurka 8 a follow if you want to watch a fun streamer play games. Go check her out. She's super fun. One of my favorite places to hang out. Vibing Games, it's so great to have you here. Poostack, welcome back to the stream. Smab, congratulations on your number 1. I think this might be the first time you ever got number 1. Folks, thank you guys so much for coming back today. Yesterday, the stream fell apart. Today we're doing work on my cable line. So my internet kept coming in and out all day. It sucked. It was a bummer. Code Monk, it's great to see you here. Patrick, welcome back to the stream. Volcara, it's wonderful to see you again. I hope you've been doing well. We also got the Two Nerdy Nerds, incredible. Two Nerdy Nerds, we got to get, someone remind me to get nerds out there. Two Nerdy Nerds, it's great to have you here. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Oryx, I hope your exams are going well. I know you must be busy. I know I'm wrapping up. My last day of school is on Wednesday. Wednesday's coming up. Boom, I can't wait. Then we're going to Disneyland on Thursday. We got a big old party on Friday. We got another party on Saturday. I'm going to be running in a 5K on Saturday. Oh yeah, 5K'ing it up. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, no stream. Sorry, next week. We'll be here tomorrow, though. Tomorrow we are doing a collab. It's the first time I bothered to type it. I had a feeling that was true, too. I don't think you've ever said first, but you happen to be here. Congratulations on it. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a collab with the Grumpy Game Dev. Don't forget, folks, we're going to be doing a collab with the Grumpy Game Dev super early where we do test-driven development. Folks, if you guys don't know Grumpy, give him some love. Grumpy, thank you so much for the raid. Great to have you here. You're welcome, Lurka. I'm sorry I haven't been able to make it to your stream in a while. I've been so busy, Solomon. It's great to have you here. Vibing Games, we got Tomfoolery Senpai Tomfoolery. So glad to have you here, my friend. Kvadrattisk, thank you for being my greatest critic. Helps keep me on my toes. Sijian, thank you again for that intro music. Love it. Mooniz, awesome, amazing stuff going on there, folks. Mooniz has the best mechanic this time. Be sure to go check out Mechanically Challenged. I've been seeing some great stuff happening there. Mechanically Challenged this month, folks. If you don't know what Mechanically Challenged is, it's a game dev challenge, monthly game dev challenge. You got to go check it out. This month. Making portals. Can you make portals work? I don't know. I don't know if I can. Tawny can. Tawny does it all. Tawny's doing it. You're almost there, Saw. A few more minutes and you'll have it. A few more minutes. Wrap time. Welcome back to the stream. It's great to have you here. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Tawny, Dota 2, thank you so much for being here. Ooh, it's a lot of people to say hello to this morning. The whole crew's here. This is crazy. And Two Nerdy Nerds, I think it's a little bit easier. They don't have to be 3D portals. You can do 2D portals. I honestly think this one's a little bit easier than the slopes and loops. People really, really had some trouble with the slopes and loops. Let's go with the hat. Let's get a hat on this head. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know you need it. You know you want it. You know you love it. Let's get a hat. Let's get a hat. Boom. Look, I'm doing this one for the Two Nerdy. Look, I know you did it, but I know we're gonna go with the IKEA hat today. Uh-oh, maybe not. It's hard to see it with this. I've never put this one on the bottom, but Two Nerdy Nerds like this one. Here, we're gonna fold these ones up though, so that now where it's like IKEA. I make sure we can see. All right, gotta get that sponsorship in. There we go. Not sponsored, not sponsored. By the way, thank you so much for the hat. Thank you so much for the hat, folks. Be sure to go check out Mechanically Challenged. Awesome, awesome stuff. I've been super happy. Kavadra Tisk. Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on the stack. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Thank you for the hat redeem. Time to make a beat. See ya. Saw. Have a beautiful day. Take care, my friend. Thank you so much for your lurk. Thank you so much for being here, Nerd Waffle. I hope you've been doing well, my friend. Patrick, welcome back to the stream. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Saw, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here, Rap Time. It's always lovely. Loved hearing about the hat, Laura. Shattered my notion of reality. Yeah. I had such a funny story. I remember wanting hat boxes so I could store homemade games. I wanted hat boxes to store them in the circular boxes. I still only have one hat box, but I have many, many hats. Many, many hats. A2, welcome back. The Dre, great to see you. Folks, what are we doing? In case anyone hasn't heard, if you haven't heard the good word, Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam is coming up. Coming up here, 12 days away. It's coming. It's coming. Are you ready? It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. It's going to be more amazing. Also, Captain, did Bernardo tell you how he put in gore sound effects? Yeah. Found the gore sound effects from another video game? I kind of was there for that one. I could volunteer. Look, Bernardo, if you guys need me to, I can throw some meats at a wall. Throw meats at a wall and record it. I have a high quality microphone, put it next to the wall, and just throw some meat, some deli meats, right? A variety. I got chicken, I got beef, I got turkey, I got salami, I got what are some other meats? What are some other meats? Some bacon. Just throw it at the wall. Throw it at the wall. Then you guys get all the different noise sound effects. Ooh, that sounds like a fun stream. Maybe we'll do a sound effect stream this summer. But folks, go check out Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. You know you want to. That's a lot of variety. Yeah. It's coming up here. $750 in prizes. 5 just random drawings of $50 for learning something new in Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. Be sure to get there. We'll definitely be better than Blood Splatter 3, that's for sure. Meat Splatter 7. This one's Pork Splatter. You know, or I could get real close to the mic. How about that? How are those sounds? Clip it. You can use those. Permission. Those are open source. The eye popping sound, yeah. Sorry, everybody. Sorry for the ASMR. I hope that wasn't too bad. I'm not even sure if the sound came through that there. Code Muck, no, God, please. Why? Why are you this way? Why am I this way? Look, I don't know. I was just born this way. It came through. I'm sorry. Sorry. All right, folks. What am I doing today? We're Godot'ing. Do more ASMR. Look, we're gonna Godot it up. So something really sad happened. My project didn't save yesterday. That said, we didn't make it very far in it, but we're gonna be making some Godot here. We're gonna be learning some Godot. I know nothing about Godot, but we're gonna do our best. Welcome back to my ASMR video. Let's go, Godot. Can't wait for the Cap to immediately question his decisions. So one of the things that is really interesting and different about Godot from what I'm not used to is that in Unity, just because I've used Unity so much these days, and I base a lot of my game dev stuff off of ECS, Entity Component Systems, that it's interesting to see Godot not have that because it's so common in other game engines. you can do it. You can do it. You can like force yourself to do it, but it's not built in, and that's really, really interesting. So did I convince you to use Godot? Well, I'm doing Learn You a Game Jam. Enjoy your day, Lurka. Thank you so much for popping in. Have a beautiful day. Keep on being awesome. Can't wait to talk to you some more. Tony, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here on this beautiful day. Let's go, Dot. That's right, Poostat. Godot. We're gonna Godot it up. So my whole goal is, can we make every node can only have one script. Every node can only have one script. That's the main thing. So in an ECS system, entities, every entity has like lots of components. Components are behaviors. You can do this by just adding in a bunch of different children here that are your components. Yeah, so the fact that the one script built in, Unity's and many other game engines and a lot of games use this idea of like, oh, well, my entities are things in the world, and then those things have components, and it makes it easier to swap it out and combine them. So you have to approach it a little bit differently. So I'm loving this though. In this Learn You a Game Jam, I learned how to shoot myself in the foot. Were you programming in C, Infinitani? That's what a lot of people programming in C. I hear them say that frequently. Yeah, so it's not that you can't do it. It's just not necessarily built in from the get-go, right? It's not built in from the get-go. You have to force yourself to do it. You have to maintain it a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. Redoni's a Java developer. Nice. Gee, it's great to see you. I hope you've been well, my friend. Welcome back to the stream. Happy Friday. All right. Okay. Let's get on with it. Well, we have the auto polygonizer, but we don't have, that's interesting, my scene. I didn't save my scene apparently. I'm trying to build an Android social app. So this is evidence that we did try and start an auto polygonizer. 4 years, still not successful. Oh, interesting. Well, I wish you the best of luck on it. I wish you the best of luck. That's part why I have a couple 800 line files that did not in fact maintain it. Oof, that's rough. Yeah, I start feeling uncomfortable when I'm getting, it happens when I start getting up to like 200, 300, I'm like, there's a little too much in here. A little bit about inheritance and composition. Yeah, so they always say, you know, favor, and not they always, but there's a saying of favor composition over inheritance. And it's because if you use inheritance too soon, too early, it's really easy to wedge yourself in. Yeah, I tried restarting my computer and apparently it didn't save. So I tried rebooting my computer to see if that would fix the issue yesterday. It didn't. And apparently that didn't save the stuff. Captain, have you watched the Brackies video? I haven't watched Brackies Godot video. I'm not gonna, look. I think Brackies is an awesome resource for people who want to get excited. I haven't seen the Godot videos. They're S tier for beginners. I have found when I've watched the Unity, many of my students previous had watched the Brackies videos, and many bad practices are taught in the Brackies videos. The ones that I have seen. I'm not gonna say that I don't like Brackies, but I personally have not found them as useful as many people. So don't hate me, don't hate me. Look, I think Brackies is incredible for people who just want to get started and hop in and do things. I have found myself, when I've done the Unity, when I looked at the Unity videos, and I haven't looked at all of them, so just big disclaimer, I haven't looked at all of them. Infinitani, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, this is why I don't say anything. Look, I shouldn't have said anything. I'm gonna get some hate mail again. Did I tell you guys I got hate mail during the whole, for using Unity? For using Unity, someone took the time, no, not again. This was last year. Someone took the time to find my mailing address and send me hate mail. So that was super not cool. Don't ever do that to anyone ever. What's the point? What's the point? It's top tier for beginners. It makes some concepts very, very easy to understand. Okay, so maybe we should do it. Some great votes of confidence here. We'll have to check it out. Folks, also be sure to check out Two Nerdy Nerds. If you want to watch some incredible Godot, have fun, have a great time, go check out the Two Nerdy Nerds combo extraordinaires. They're gonna awesome stuff going on over there. Awesome stuff. Okay. All right, let's see if we can make a thing happen. Let's see if we can make a thing happen. I had added in, this is going to be my player sprite. I have to check that out when it comes to games and game engines. I'm a beginner. The Van, welcome back. Oh, Captain Kevin, it's been a while. Oh, Van, my Van. It has been a while, and I'm glad you're here with us on this beautiful Friday. I hope you've been well. Seen a bit of that video too, and it is really good for very, very new beginners. So if you have never used Python or GD script, gotcha. I'd say incredible art and questionable Godot, but yeah, incredible art, absolutely. All nerds are welcome. What about us? So what about us jocks? Two nerdy nerds. I know I'm over there a lot, but are jocks allowed there? I know. As a jock myself, am I allowed at your stream? I'm sorry. I thought everyone was welcome. Only nerds? My personal project finally at a moment where I can think about a closed alpha to get it on Steam is fantastic. I'm not disallowed as a, all right. I guess I'll have to tone down all my jockness, all the sports balls I play. That sounds awesome. That sounds really cool. But you need to request a provisional nerd badge during your stay, Mr. Sportman, sir. Congrats on your closed alpha. Yes, indeed. There's a skill testing question. Are you a nerd? What is the test? So what is the entry? What questions do you ask if you want to make sure someone's a nerd? What are the questions? What are your first questions? First off, a question I like to ask is, what's your favorite board game? What's your favorite board game? That is, for me, one of my top tier questions for get to know if I'm gonna have fun. It's an indicator. A good answer, yeah, Infinitani. The answer to what's your favorite board game is often a good question for me to know whether or not I'm gonna get along with someone immediately. If someone says Monopoly, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna get along with them, but it definitely feels like it decreases their chances. Who shots first, Han or Greedo? Well, you know, Han shot first. No, oh no, and then when they say Jenga, you time them out. What's wrong with Jenga? Jenga is like one of the most strategic board games of all time. Most strategic. I do not like Monopoly. I had the police called on me over a game of Monopoly. This is a true story. I had police called on me over a game of Monopoly. No alcohol, no drugs were involved. It was just a sad series of events that led to someone being very upset about a game of Monopoly. Nerdwaffle loves Monopoly. A lot of people love Monopoly. I have a couple Monopoly games in this room. I don't play Monopoly all that much, but I do think Monopoly is a game of luck and sadness. Fun fact, best board game I ever played was, oh no, Intensa Code. Welcome into the stream. Glad to have you here. That sounds intense. That sounds intense. Dominion's a good one. I don't own Dominion, but I own several deck building games. I'm a big fan of deck building games. No drugs, no alcohol, no game dev. It was just Monopoly. Monopoly. Did you buy their properties that weren't earning and immediately started racking it up? Okay. It sounds like people want to know the story of how Monopoly turned into a police person being called. So it was a game of 6 people playing Monopoly. It was one of my friend's birthdays. I was 18 at the time. I think it was their 18th or 19th birthday. And we'd been hanging out, and then we decided to play Monopoly. We're playing Monopoly, and the game's going pretty well. 2 of the people had to leave. They had to leave. So there were 6 people playing. 2 people had to leave, and when they left, this should just not have been allowed. We should have said, all right, well, all their property goes back to the bank. They gave all their properties and money to one of the other players, which felt totally unfair. It felt totally unfair. I was doing pretty well in the game, and my other friend was doing pretty well in the game. I said, okay, well, I'm going to give all my stuff to this person, and we're going to team up against you. And so the guy whose birthday it is starts losing the game. We're sitting there, we're like playing against him. We're working together to defeat him. And the guy whose birthday, the guy says, if you're not in the game, you can't be at this table. And I told him, I'm going to stay at this table. What are you going to do about it? And he says, I'm going to call the police if you don't leave my house. And I said, do it. So part of this is my fault. He was very upset. And he said he was going to call. He asked me to leave his house. He was so upset over a game of Monopoly. He asked me to leave his house. And I said, no, this is over a game of Monopoly. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to leave. And he says, I'm going to call the police. And I told him to do it, and he did. So that's how the police were called on. How I received a phone call from the police over a game of Monopoly. Anyway, that's also how you ruin a game of Monopoly, because so there were 4 of us in the game. The 2 other people who were there, I had given a ride to the party. So when I left, they also left, which was probably a very disappointing birthday. I don't know. I feel we've mended our friendship. We're still friends. But, and this was last week. That's right, Sam. This was last week. Yes, exactly. No, this was 18 years ago. 18 years ago. Did you buy their properties that weren't earning and immediately started racking the dough? That would have been hilarious, Tony. Cap got the cops called. No party or math. No math was involved. That's right. No math was involved in this phone call for sure. I do love me some good math, though. I do love me some math. All right, folks. Can we make... I'm so sorry I keep clearing my throat. No worries, Dragon Spirit. Thank you so much for popping in. Thank you for your lurk. Congratulations on your number 19. Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on this stack. There we go. There we go. 18 years ago, back when Monopoly board was still all black and white. Indeed. Bus stop, Matt. That's right, Nerd Waffle. Nerd Waffle knows the lore. Let's get another hat. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the bonus hat. There we go. Donnie wants a game of Q-List. Let's do it. Let's do it. You guys are great. You guys are fun. Let's do a round of Q-List here, folks. All right. G, congratulations on number 20. Holy cannoli. It's a lot of people here in the first... We've only been going for 30 minutes. Wow. All right, let's get this document camera on. Let's play a round of Q-List. It's a little fuzzy. We'll see if the lights here have to be adjusted. There we go. There we go. All right. Get this Q-List going. All right, folks, for anyone who's not familiar with Q-List, Q-List is a game in which, it should focus in on it there. Once we get them out, I'll hit the autofocus, and hopefully that'll help us. It's kind of like Scrabble. You shake them dice, you roll them, and now we are going to make a grid of words using these letters. All the letters must be connected, so it has to be one contiguous grid. All the words must be 3 letters long, at least 3 letters long. At least 3 letters long. So, for example, za, although a valid Scrabble word, is not a valid Q-List word because it's only 2 letters. Z is always a tough one, but we do have a zag. We could start off with a zag and then go from there. I like to try and get the harder letters out if I can. Charm. Charm's a good one. Zag, charm. Very nice. Very nice. This is good. We only have a couple letters left. We still have a lot of we got bum. How do you guys feel about bum? Bum. It's not that long, but it works. It works. Clid. Clid's not a word, is it? Bid. We do got bid, though. We got bid. Can we put this L somewhere? Put the L somewhere. Lag, I could swap it out there. We have dumb, like that. Yes, ma'am, I like that one. Dumb, and then BIL, I don't think is a word, but oops, an I. Mild and dub. Mild. We do have a lid. Mild and bud. Is bud a word? Dub is a word, though. We had dub. All right. There we go. Charm, zag, mild, and dub. Dub. There we go. LIC. I'm not sure if LIC is. LID is definitely a word. LIC. We did it, folks. We did it. Let's add this to the Q list. Hall of Fame. Let's get a screenshot in here. Q list. Can we get a little bit more focus? Maybe I need a better lighting to get slightly better focus. This light here, it's not doing its job. Can we get this up there like that? Oh, it's so blurry. Why is that so blurry? This is supposed to be a pretty good resolution camera. Oh, it was nice. There it is. There it is. All right. Q-List Hall of Fame. Here we go. Copy to clipboard. Let's add that in to our Discord. Thank you so much for the Q-List redeem. That was fun. That was fun. Q-List Hall of Fame. Added it in here. Boom. Child, zag, mild, and dub. Great work, everybody, for helping me out with that. So many great suggestions. Points. Add all 500 points. Thank you all so much for the help on that Q list. Congratulations to us all. Okay. Are we going to be able to do it? Are we going to be able to hop in?
Seems good.
It does seem good. Oh, let me pack this up before I forget. I only have one copy of Q list. I like to keep extras, but apparently it's hard to get them these days. At least the official Q list game. I wasn't able to order anymore. I like to have 4 copies and I give them away to people who I know like word games. My sister, I had last one, my sister was visiting and she hadn't played the game and I gave her a copy because it's one of my favorite games of all time. It truly is. Great game. Thank you again for the redeem there. Okay, let's build a little environment for our pro. The app is very good. Is there a phone app for it? I should probably get the phone app. It's one of the games I think I want to have my students implement in it, maybe a intermediate or advanced class, depending on which class I do. It could be a little bit different, the different things I provide from. Belier, welcome into the stream, by the way. Great to have you with us. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's add in, that's right, I want to add in some environment. So it's going to be a static body. We got to add in a polygon collision. And we were going to make it so that way, let's add another child, polygon, what was it? Is it shape? What was the thing that made us be able to, there's nothing in this file did not get saved. It created the file, but there's no, the data that we wrote. I want to draw it. And I did implement that one myself as well as a Blazor. I really liked both of those. The terminal one was great. Polygon 2D, just a polygon 2D. There we go. Okay, so our polygon 2D, let's go ahead and draw out a shape here. We can make some terrain. Maybe we shouldn't make it a pure polygon, so we're not going to be able to follow the ground perfectly. Maybe we should actually be using squares. Maybe this doesn't actually matter that much. Enjoy your lurk, Tani. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Maybe we shouldn't use polygon for the environment if we're going to do just like a standard platformer, because otherwise then I'll have to like, unless we make our character circular, and then it won't matter all that much. But making it follow the ground can be a little bit difficult, as we found out in our slopes and loops, right? But we're going to write a script here, collision polygon 2D. We were going to take this shape here, and we were going to take this and reuse it over here. Polygon. Paste value. Yeah, we wanted to make it so that way when I modify this polygon also updates. So it will keep both of those in sync. I think that could just be a fun exercise to do. I don't know if that's a thing that we really want to do if I'm just learning a little bit about Godot. Using the Unreal, have not done anything in that so far. I think for me, I'm going to do something with Blender and Unity. I think I'm going to use Blender and try and learn a little about 3D modeling and rigging. So that's what I think I'm going to learn about during Learn You a Game Jam. So it doesn't necessarily mean have to be a new engine, but could just be a new thing that you haven't done yet in an engine that you already know. But I've never done any rigging, 2D or 3D. And that seemed like a fun challenge. Feels like a very useful thing to be able to do. Let's reset this. It's interesting how... There we go. Okay, so those reset nicely. My idea was to create a script. So now I can save it as our main scene here. Okay. I doubt I can even create a simple donuts. I've heard that's the thing that everyone makes by default. Okay. So we have this shape here. We are going to make our player. Oh, I didn't mean to put this inside of our player. Let's pull it out. We're going to make this our player. So I think there is a character body that we're going to use. And we're going to put the icon inside. And then we're going to add in a box collider, collision shape 2D. And then I was going to select that I wanted it to be a rectangle like that. And then it would be nice to make the rectangle match the size of this. Is there a reset? No, it doesn't reset nicely that way. I was really hoping... It's okay, I can manage, right? I don't even know if there's a way in Godot to make this just match the size of whatever is around it, take up the full space of what's around it. But this is what we'll do for now. The Unreal is fantastic, but it has a challenging learning curve. At some point, it's clear that it's more for a teamwork because you have to know really a lot of things. I was using Unreal for my project, but then I swapped to Unity to achieve something faster. Yeah, I haven't used Unreal. That's another one I think we're going to play around with this month. Maybe on Saturday, Sunday, maybe next Monday. I'm not sure. But we had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing visual scripting in Unity. That was super cool. All right, so I think if I hit play here, select tramp, this guy will just, oh, there's no gravity on this guy to start. Interesting, I assumed a character body 2D had gravity by default. Is that not true? Up direction. Can we... I'm a little surprised. I'm a little surprised that this doesn't have gravity attached to it by default. I thought this was a subclass of rigid body. Think you have to manage it by hand, Captain? I know that they do have gravity built in. If I turn on, if I were to add a rigid body, it would work. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I thought we'd get it by default very quickly there. Let's go look here. Character Godot, character body 2D gravity. Okay. Gravity. Oh, character body 2D extends a physics body 2D. Okay, so there is no gravity on it. Interesting. Okay. Character body 2D is a specialized class for physics bodies that are meant to be user controlled. They are not affected by physics at all, but they have other physics bodies in their path. They are mainly used to provide a high-level API to move objects with wall and slope direction. In addition to the general collision detection provided by physics body move and collide, this makes it useful for highly configurable physics bodies that must move in specific ways and collide with the world, as is often the case with user-controlled characters. You can add a script to it. The basic template one would work right away. Add a script to the player. What do I put in the script? Well, I understand that I want to add gravity to my player body by default. So to add gravity, so I want it to be affected by gravity. I'm making a platformer. I suppose I could define my own gravity, right? But I know for a fact that they have default gravity. It offers you a default player control. Yeah, I was noticing that. I like this. I think I want the default, but I want the default plus gravity if I can get it in there. So I want it to be affected by gravity. I suppose I don't need to have it be affected by gravity right now, but let's add in a script. Okay. It manages gravity for you. Okay, well, this has a character body, and I hit play, and it doesn't fall, right? So it does say the character body 2D. Well, this is what I'm saying, is that the character body doesn't. I know Godot can manage the gravity for me. If I want to make this thing be affected by gravity, what would I do to do that? 2D platformer demo might be something that I want to look at here. Kinematic properties, collision, input, transform. Doesn't kinematic, yeah, there's not a kinematic. Should I add one to it? Kinematic is not an option apparently. Do I say that this thing is a rigid body? Right, so that's kind of what I want. No, it's kinematic, it's not. If it's kinematic, it's not affected. Oh, yeah. So I want it to be rigid, right? I want it to be a rigid body. But, you know, so I want it to be affected by physics, but be player controllable as well. Let's take a look at the platformer demo here. View files. Shows you how to code characters and physics-based objects in a real game context. This is a relatively complete demo where the player can jump, walk on slopes, fire bullets, interact with enemies, and more. It contains one closed level, and the player is invincible unlike the enemies. Okay. Maybe I should download this and just open it and take a look at it. Side-scrolling character controller using kinematic body 2D. Okay. Can walk on and snap slopes, can shoot including while jumping. Enemies that crawl on the floor and change direction when they encounter an obstacle. Camera that stays within the level's boundaries. This is cool. So I think maybe I'm going to download this, open it up, and then see sort of what structure they've chosen and see if I can mimic it. Okay. Seems old. Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. 3.5. So I'm trying, Tani, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I want my character to be affected by gravity. Should I not be using a character body 2D if I want my character to be affected by gravity? This is what this page brought me to that, which was interesting. So I don't want to use Akuma Kode. Welcome into the stream. Great to have you here. So I don't want a character body 2D if I want gravity to affect my player. Is it physical? No, character body is for top down. Gotcha. Okay. So if I'm doing a platformer, Ryun, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Okay, so let's pull this out. For anyone who's new here, this is my first time using GD script. I've used Godot very, very briefly to make some very, very small games. It supports both? Okay, because I was under the impression for my player control I should be using this. Let's cancel. I've used rigid body. I've done most of my game deving in Unity. But we are preparing for Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, which is coming up on the 19th in about 2 weeks. And the spirit of the Game Jam is to push yourself out of your comfort zone, learn something new. And so I'm here learning some GD script. And so things are quite different here. But I have used rigid body 2D, but that's just because I'm familiar with Unity, and rigid body is sort of what we do in Unity. But yeah, welcome in. Great to have you here. Backseat coding is absolutely welcome. It's totally encouraged, and it's one way that I feel like I can learn a ton. It's one way I know I can learn a ton is by having people help me learn stuff. Add a script to the character body in the templates. Choose the one they give you. Okay, so if I come over here, you're saying just come new script and player controller. Okay. Here we go. Create a script template and try Captain. There we go. I needed the template script here. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Okay, I have move and jump. That's pretty sweet. That was really easy to get move and jump working. Okay, not bad. It uses gravity configured on the project. Gotcha. You can also click new script where you are add nodes. Mentor, but when I've learned gravity in Godot, I think it was always taught how to do it in a script, adding a downward velocity incline move on the slide. Yeah, that's different than what I'm used to. In Unity, you would use a rigid body, and then their physics system just sort of controls it and handles it for you. You could implement your own physics as well. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you guys so much for the help. Points, add, reune, 125 points. Let's get some bonus points in here for all your beautiful points. Add. That was Code Monk. I might have to just do everybody. Because so many people are helping me there. If you feel you deserve some points and I missed you, let me know. Code Monk. We got Infinitani. And there was another one who was really helping me out here. Aku, welcome in. Great to have you here. Thank you guys so much for the help. I appreciate it greatly. All right, so this is our default gravity here. Okay. Well, welcome to your lurk wrap time. Thank you so much. Tom's, great to see you, my friend. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I don't deserve anything. I know nothing of Godot. I'm learning. Look at me go. Okay, so it's kind of cool. They have this nice template, sets our speed, sets our velocity, pulls some information out like this. It seems to suggest that it automatically does the curves here. So one of the things I was going to try and implement here is I would like to make it so if I reshape my environment, right? My collider, it'd be nice if I could get my collider to reshape with us. So you notice the collider in here doesn't update. And the collider that we use is the one that's out there, right? So, and I'm off there. So we were going to add in a script to our static body that will automatically take the shape of our polygon, so this thing here, and apply it, take that shape and maybe put it in here, reference, and I'm not sure, and then make our shape change like that. So that's our goal. That's the script I want to write here, is have it automatically do that for us. That's right, Tiny, we're gonna add in a static script there. Okay, so it doesn't automatically rotate us. I thought that would be really cool, but that's okay. Probably gonna end up going with a player that's like a circle or something to make it a little bit simpler. But let's add a script here to our static body. Okay, and I wanna create a new script. And this is good. If they use the same resource, they can be shared, I believe. Cool. Two Nerdy Nerds say no need for a script. Okay. I want it. It doesn't rotate because a player has different logic from rigid bodies. Fair. Okay, gotcha. Well, I was thinking, so one of the reasons I thought it might rotate is move with slope detection, move and slide. So see, I thought maybe because this said something about slopes, it might be in there by default, but it's not. So what I want to have happen, Two Nerdy Nerds, is if I change this shape, that this one will also update. Can I tell it to use the polygon from that? We'll probably end up adding something like that. So you're Two Nerdy Nerds is suggesting I don't need to write a script that pulls between the two. Can I specify that I want this to be a shared resource? You want to reuse the polygon resource, not the node. Okay. So I know I can copy the value here and paste it in like this. Sorry, I know I can copy the value here and paste it in here. Oh my goodness, I selected. There we go. So I know I can copy that, paste it in there, and manage it, but I want it to automatically update, right? So if I change my polygon, I want it to just automate. So it's not actually updating. Oh wait, now is it? No, it's not. See, notice the collision shape doesn't change. You're suggesting that I can have it share these things. And my question is, you called it a shared resource? So where would I look to create a shared resource? How would I do that? If you're able to. Yeah, so can I turn this into a shared resource? Go to the value, right click on it. Right click on it, copy value, paste value, open documentation. If you right click, try the value, not the label. Yeah, the value doesn't let me do right click on it. This value, I can't right click on that. Right clicking does nothing. Yeah, so that's my question. Can I take this and put it somewhere? Polygons can't be resources. Let's try it on another property, just to make sure. I've never seen that unless you're making them yourself. Can we do it on any of these other things? Packed array color. Like I can't right click on this. I can't right click on that. Rayun, yeah, it may not work for packed vector array. I can't, it won't let me right click on any of these things for what it's worth. So like, is there a thing I could make that'll let me right click? So like this color, I can't right click on that. I'm learning a bunch of new stuff, tomfoolery. I'm learning a ton in here. That's one of the things I love most about, like, this is the ultimate, what I'm calling the ultimate pair programming experience. Those are not resources for some reason. Okay, gotcha. Just go to script. You need practice. Yeah, we'll make it a script. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it a script. So that way, when I change this in the script, it's just gonna move that value over. It might copy it. My guess is this is somehow a struct value. It doesn't exist, but that's sort of my guess. Oh, no worries, Two Nerdy Nerds. This is a thing that we need to learn. So now I have like this idea. There's this thread in the back of my mind of something called a resource, right? A resource. That's a new verbiage for me in Godot. This resource idea that can be shared among values, right? So I'm learning a little bit here as we go. Let's add a script here. All right. And we had called this our auto polygonizer last time. I haven't actually written it. And so the idea, and people were helping with this before, saying I could control click to move. This is like a really cool thing I can do. I didn't mean to do both of those. One thing that I can control click and drag that in, and control click and drag that in. All right. So my question was, if I rename this, I remember yesterday before my stream crashed, before my internet decided it needed to get repaired, My question was, if I rename this node, do I need to rename these? Yeah, this is right where my stream, everything went downhill at this point. You'll have to rename them in the script too. Okay. So there's something about that stringly type things really bother me. But that's okay. We're gonna keep going. This is like the Godot way to do it. Just don't rename those things. Shortcut for the get node function. Gotcha. So and this is saying during on ready or before on ready. I'm assuming this is what Godot people refer to as signals. In Unity, this would be called an event. Just go to the export variables. Hang on, you're saying if you don't like renaming, then I'd recommend making an export variable, makes it available in the editor. Gotcha. And then I would like drag it in. That's okay, we'll do it this way for now. And when before ready is called, yeah, you can make special nodes as unique. Then you can do % node name without the whole path. It's like serialized field, if I'm correct. Export is like serialized field, yeah. So, and I have used that in the C sharp Godot. I've used that in C sharp Godot. So we're here on ready. And I would like to, and I'm curious, collision polygon 2D dot. I'm like wondering how autocomplete's gonna work in here. Does this give me the values on this thing? I know it's part of the data. Okay. So if I look in my inspector, I know I want to change polygon here. All right, so I want to do dot polygon is equal to, it's going to be our polygon.2d.data. Is it data here? So my polygon 2D. Is it also just polygon? Like that? Will this do what I want? That seems really, really easy to do. Let's try it. So let's go into my 2D land. Let's do this. Let's run it. There we go. Now it just mimics that shape like that. It's just a category in the inspector, thank you. So now I can just draw this shape and know that it's going to work nicely for us out here. My question is, when is on ready called? Something that would be nice. Can I make this happen in the inspector? I can also make the script a tool which will run in the editor, but that seems a bit complex. Okay, so we won't do that because it's a little bit more complex than I wanted to be. All we need to know is that this thing has a polygon chain. If you had an @ tool at the top of your script, is that all I'd have to do, AJ? Welcome back to the stream. Also, the average goob, how the heck have you been? I hope you've been well. When the node enters the scene tree, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Seems to be the case. Oh, that's not the case. When is ready called? Let's go ask. Godot, when is ready called? Godot docs ready. Ready. Once all nodes have been added in the scene tree, they receive the notification ready and their respective ready callbacks get triggered for groups of nodes once all nodes have been added to the scene tree. It goes enter tree init ready. Okay. See, Tani knows. Tani knows Godot. Tani Godots it. Godots it up. Okay. So we have a little thing here. It turns out it's pretty easy to make a platformer here. All right, very, very easy. Let's add a camera in here that follows our player around. Camera. All right, and to make this, I'm pretty sure I could just put the camera inside my character body. One downside is if my character body rotates, right? And then we can also set an offset on this. I'm gonna move it so it's a little bit higher. Oh, that takes forever to increase. Can I make that increase faster? with my scroll. There we go, though. We'll try that. So we'll try -80. So now when my character moves, the camera follows it. All right, not bad. Easy. Easily done. Easily done. There we go. There's built-in position smoothing in the camera node. Really? That's kind of cool. Do I have to enable it, or are you saying that it currently is on? Oh, you're saying, okay, position smoothing enable. And so then this will like catch up to the player. 5 pixels per second. So if my player were faster, it would matter. Ah, that's pretty sweet. The Cinemachine. So in Unity, there's a thing called Cinemachine that you can use that has so many nice things like that built in as well. That's interesting because that's the type of thing that I like to have as a coding challenge for my students when I teach Unity. I was like, let's build a camera, have you add in like the smoothing transition. We have that in Godot too. We call it something. Phantom camera, gotcha. Very cool. Okay, so we got a little thing here. I want my character. Let's go to my character here. There are some. Shouldn't there be some values here? This script, these are constants. I want to export these. Would I put export like this? If I want to see these in the inspector. I have to make them bears. Okay. Okay, so now if I go into my inspector, now they'll be exposed. Jump velocity, -400. So now I would say, if I were to adjust these like -1000, I'd get that beefy jump. Get that beefy jump in there, not bad. And it's nice because it knows how to do it. Okay, now that I have this polygon, let's make a little bit more standard platformer here. I also want my camera to be a little bit higher. Can I modify that node, the camera node here while I'm running to see what it actually looks like? If I shrink this window. Oh, that's interesting that it doesn't resize there. Okay. That, I guess that there's like a free aspect. Oh, no worries. No worries. Here we go. Let's adjust our camera. Let's try -160. It's gonna be too much. No, that feels correct. Jump is way too much now. So in our character body here, let's try -800. Let's try a 600 speed. What do I have to change in the menu at the top of the screen? Sorry, I must have said something. All right, not bad. Not bad. Let's add in some collectibles. Let's draw a little bit better of a map here. So this map is a little bit too. So really, I don't need these to be. I really want them. I essentially want these to not be polygonal, just to make my life a little bit easier. I kind of don't want them to be polygonal. We'll keep them polygonal for now. But maybe we can add in the slope controller stuff. Make it tilt with the curve. Maybe we could do that. Maybe that's not as bad. Maybe I'm too scared of it, but I think it's probably a fine thing to do. In the project setting display window, you can change stretch. Oh, that's what I said. Project window, settings. That way when I resize the window, you're saying there's a stretch mode. Draco, welcome back to the stream. It's the clickbait. What's clickbaity about this? I am doing Godot. We are learning about Captain Coder's Linear Game Jam. Stretch mode. Here we go. Viewport. What was my Discord message? I don't even remember what it is. Let me take a look here. We're back. We're GD Script and Godot. Come hang out. We are doing it. Oh, I said first time. It's because my stream crashed last time. My stream died on Thursday, so this really is my first time. Essentially, it's actually a lie. It's a lie. I used Godot like 10 years ago. Because on Linux, I loved it because it was on Linux, right? First time, it's true. What does that look like? And now if I do this, okay, that's exactly that's the behavior I want. That's the behavior I want. So if I shrink it down so I can have it open over here while I do some stuff here. That's sort of what I want. Okay, sweet. Should you share your slope 2D script? I would like to, so it doesn't have to be perfect slope. I have one. I wrote a Godot one, but it's for like a rigid body type thing. This claims to support it. In addition to the general collision detection bracket, slope. Floor stop on slope. In the same display window menu, you can change the initial window size. Oh, I like the initial window size. It's just if I happen to need the inspector, I like the ability to shrink it. Great, thank you for that. Ryun, the excellent tips here. Points add Ryun. 500 points. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it greatly. Okay. Let's see here. Apply when motion of walls will react to slopes. Floor constant speed. Floor max angle. Move at the same speed on the ground, no matter the slope. Note that you need to use floor snap length. So there's like a floor snap thing I can do. Floor stop on slope. If the body will not slide, check general. Okay, taking a look, folks. If you're not aware, we do have a Discord. All right. Tawny sent some GD script here. Sends path 2D. Bake slope. So where would I add this? Where would I add this code in here? So this goes on a path 2D. So I would add a path 2D, connect it to my collision polygon. Add a path node 2D to the scene. Can I not use it with this? Can I not use it with this here? So I need a path 2D to do it. Draw polygon here. Path 2D supports Bezier curves. Ooh. I don't necessarily need nice smooth curves. That's better than this? Okay, so you're saying I should delete everything I've done so far. Let's do it. All right. We're gonna add a child. We're gonna add a path 2D. All right. Just make a new one, and then I want to add in a collision polygon. Collision polygon here. Build the progress. Look, we learned something. Now we can start fresh. Collision polygon, and then is this right? Scripts, new scripts, slopes, slope, ground. Let's try that. And then I can take, Tani gave me this. Path 2D, static body, collision, polygon. So path 2D, static body, collision path, like this. We need to add a new feature timer. Start over again with your newly acquired knowledge. I know. I learned so much. Change the name or it messes up. Static body 2D. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I must have put it in a weird spot. Thank you. I didn't even notice that in there. You're saying this is what I need and it will work? What is the collision polygon? Warning me. An empty collision polygon has no effect on collision. It's saying like I have to add something to it. Okay, path 2D. You're saying I can change this. Let me just disable this. If I turn this off, is it off in the game? Or is it just not visible anymore? Is it actually disabled in the game? Like if I go into game mode, I'm curious here. It seems that it's just invisible. Okay, it's just invisible. Is there a disable option? I don't want to lose this. Is there a disable, like set inactive, so I can have it in my scene? Collision. Well, that's not really disabling. It's just turning off collision. There we go. But we can do that for now. Okay, so path 2D. That's okay. I'm probably gonna end up deleting this anyway. I just didn't want to lose it. So you're saying I can draw. Now draw a path. Path. How? Add element. I'm trying to draw a path. Do I have to add in multiple nodes to draw a path? There we go. Now it's gonna let me start drawing some stuff in here. Okay, let's move this down. Okay, so this will make a path for me. Okay, so it like closes it. Toak! Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had no hats either. Yesterday it took a while, I think, for hats to get added. If I shift click, saying if I shift click, drag the curve out. I'm holding down shift, by the way. I am holding shift, just a heads up. Ah, I have to grab, there we go, there we go. So shift click on an existing node. Okay. Thank you for that. Right click to get rid of it. Okay. We get a little bit of a curve there. That's a nice little curve generator you've put together there. I like that. So I can do something like this. Get a nice little Bezier curve. Okay. All right. My character is still not changing with the slope. That's mostly what I cared about. The smoothness here is great. I mostly cared about my player rotating with it. We're currently drawing the points. We can remove that. That's probably... Is that a setting? Is that a setting that I can turn off here? All right, let's disable this. In the code, okay. In the code. Turn off, add point, draw. Okay, so if I just disable this stuff here. Might still need draw polygon though. There we go. Yeah, sweet, sweet. Okay, so we're moving on a curve. Now to get my character to, there was like a snap to ground thing I saw in the character body. Yeah, so there was a snap to ground. We could also use, AJ has made an awesome implementation as well. We could look at that. Okay. I could make my player a circle, and then we don't have to care. That's sort of like the solution in my mind is like, let's just make the player a circle. Make the player a circle, then we don't have to worry about the player rotating, and then all will be good in the world, right? let me check general here. So I'm gonna add this into, I'm assuming I add into my character body. Tani sent me some more code here. This is not me, so by the way, this is not me learning GD script. Rotate sprite. I'm assuming this is where I add it. Maybe this is not where I add it. Ray casts. We have to do we need a ray for this as well, though. Yeah. So what do I add in? Right. So so this is where, just so you know, this is where I think watching videos and watching tutorials and reading tutorial scripts, you don't learn anything, because I'm literally copying and pasting. I'm just copying what you're doing, not even learning what we're doing here. You just don't have a sprite on your player. Okay. Or at least a not correctly referenced one. Raycast not declared in the current scope. So how do I get raycast declared in my current scope? Do I do like an include? How do I get that information? So include raycast? Something like this. I don't know if includes a thing. I need to add a raycast to my player. Okay, so, and then I would do a raycast as a node. Interesting. So I'd add in a node, raycast 2D. Okay. And then I add in another node called a sprite 2D. Can I make the icon as the texture? Okay, I can. So let's get rid of the icon then. Still working here. And then in my script, I guess I need to drag these in and rename this to just raycast. This one is incorrect. And this one was animated sprite. Oh, I guess I already dragged it in. All right. All right, then I gotta go read this code because I feel really quite uncomfortable with it right now because I don't know what it's doing. All right. And I gotta call rotate sprite somewhere maybe. Where do I call rotate sprite with your code? Probably not. That's a good question. Raycast, let's go into our scene. The question is, I don't know. How do I tell? Maybe it's not going far enough. So there's a little dot here. Yeah, so it looks like this just isn't going far enough. There. You broke my brain when you just control dragged a node. Yeah, so I learned, Ryun, I learned that yesterday. Walks in, welcome back to the stream. Roger, I missed you, but Roger Dev, great to see you. Great to have all you beautiful people here on this beautiful day. I hope you're having a beautiful day. So I should add it to process. Are you sure I shouldn't add it to physics process? Are you sure I shouldn't add it to physics process? Okay. So move and slide, and then should I do it here? Where should it go? It turns out physics process isn't quite like fixed update. I learned that when I was working on my own slopes and loops. When adding variable references, Godot runs multi-threaded physics. And so physics process, if you modify, you can interact with the physics system a little bit here. But if you want to change the linear velocity, you can't do that in physics process. If you want to change velocity and stuff, you'll run into crazy issues if you do it here. Or I did. There we go. Look at me go. Bopping around. I could open up my C# implementation and show you I got my player working pretty well. This is good enough for me, I think. The last one would be called snap to ground. Is there a snap? Snap. Apply floor snap. Do I not need to call apply floor snap? Okay, so apparently it should already do it. Okay. Let's try that. Getting used to this. All right. So in our character body 2D, snap, length. Oh, why is it set to 1? My thing is much longer than that. It was like 80, something like that. My raycast is too long. I'm seeing it come out the bottom there. This is where I would do a lot of this stuff in code. I would say, oh, just go get me the size of my sprite and use that, right? So can I go ask in here, I'm curious, what is the size of this sprite? It's like not telling me. Ideally, I would just say, oh, make it, don't even start my raycast, just put the raycast at the end of the sprite here is probably what I do. It's happening from the center down now. Oh yeah, I know. That's what I was doing. Thank you, Ryun. I'm just commenting on my like that maybe. All right, so then 70 pixels might be how far I want to snap. Thank you though. No. Thank you so much. Perfect. I do snap. It's just it got caught up on like the left there. This is okay. I'm not rotating now. Do I need to make my... I am snapping. My raycast not long enough? It's interesting. Poor guy fell down, bumped his head. Yeah, it's not in there anymore. I already did remove that. I'm pretty sure I removed that. Let's find out. Yeah, I did remove the apply snap. Yeah. Dramolks, great to see you, my friend. Rio, wonderful to have you here on this beautiful day as well. Welcome in. I'm a little bit curious. Try rotating before we move. Does it hot reload for us? Or do I have to rerun it? I'm not condoning this. The raycast, I'm interesting. I don't quite understand this. Move this guy up here. Can I like want to play around with these values a little bit. Snap length, I make this longer. 500. Like my question is like, what is the, I don't quite understand what the snap, like set a snapping distance when a set to value different from 0, the body is kept attached to slopes when calling move and slide. Put 0 here. That's how I pop around. 60. I'm just curious. Oh, I bet my collider. I mean, it works good enough. Right, it's working good enough in my opinion. Although, we do have a weird... Like, I can land this way. That's just part of the fun. It's part of the fun. What do you think, Dramlux? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope your game's coming along beautifully. I know you've been working hard on it. It's a feature, not a bug. It's a feature, not a bug. We can also double check. It could be that my collision shape is no longer correct. Nope, the collision shape seems okay. Just randomize. This is where I was like, well, let me just make it a circle. Let me just make it a circle, and then we don't have to worry about it. That's like, you know, the cheat I use on a lot of stuff. Like, well, give it the illusion that it's doing what I want. Give it the illusion that it's doing what I want. Okay. All right, I think this is fine for now. Fine for now. Um, yeah, it's totally fine. So, well, I didn't know. So in my Unity solution, I ended up doing that as well, right? So can we go find my Unity solution? Posted online somewhere. I bet I can find it over here. But folks, we're gonna take a quick break here. Before we do, I want to remind you, you can join Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam coming up here. But I don't take my word for it. Let's listen to this person. This person knows more about it than I do. Hello and welcome to Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. I am Captain Coder. Captain Coder is me, and me is a computer science educator. And Captain Coder wants you to learn something new about game dev, whether it's your first time programming, whether it's the first time doing pixel art, whether it's the first time making music, whether it's the first time working on a team. I want you to learn something new because in this community, we learn and code and grow together as a crew. In this game jam, the goal isn't to make the best game possible. The goal is to learn as much as possible, and I believe you can do it. And when you submit a game to this game jam, you are encouraged to also submit a devlog, blog, or vlog describing the resources you used, what you learned, and how others can utilize it. That said, just by submitting a devlog, vlog, or blog, you are entered to win $50. We're going to be doing 5 drawings here. 5 unique people will win $50 just by learning something new and sharing it with the community. Additionally, myself and 2 other guest judges will be reviewing all of the devlog, vlogs, or blogs to see which one we think is the most educational, and one beautiful person is going to win $250, and it could be you just for learning something. So join the Discord, check us out on Twitch, and we hope you have a wonderful time with this game jam. We'll see you there. Yeah, game jam starts in 12 days. 12 days, it's going to be 2 weeks long. Starts in 12 days. It's 2 weeks long, so plenty of time to work on it. It's not about making Code Monk. You don't have to be beautiful. You know, you're beautiful, Code Monk. You're beautiful. It's true. Words can't. The code can't keep you down. You're beautiful. All right, folks, making a video in a little time is difficult. It doesn't have to be a video. You have 2 weeks. I recommend spending a week working on the project and a week writing your blog, vlog, video blog. There's actually going to be 2 prizes. There's actually 7 prizes, but 2 awards. Most educational. The first one's going to be the best written blog, and the other one's going to be the best made video or podcast. 13 days on the project, 1 day on the blog. It's all about what you're learning. Enjoy your shower, JD. Thank you so much for coming by. We're about to take a quick break. We'll be back. Folks, are you a code monkey or a code monk? Yeah, code monk there. We're going to take a quick break, folks. Don't forget to give JD a follow. Don't go anywhere. Captain Coder will return shortly.
If you want to feel like you're talking with Captain, let me see if I can do my Captain impression. I am not the captain, but my eyebrows also move in a way like the captain.
All right, folks, thank you so much for your patience. We're back. Got ourselves some more bean water. So good. Let's hop back in here. Let's hop back into some Godot-ing it up. David Winsands, great to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a beautiful day. All right. One thing that I will say that I really like about Unity that I don't get in Godot is the inspector will update in play mode. So I can come in here and say, like, what does my collider look like right now? Because I think it'd be really cool to watch the collider and see what happens. I'm a little confused why my distance here is higher. I was gonna make, I think if I switch this collision shape to a circle. Oh, there's a remote button, okay. I'm gonna switch this to a circle. And I'm curious, this did nothing. Radius. Let's say if I make you a circle, maybe I don't want that. Hang on. 625. Oh, let me put this above my sprite in the order here so I can see it. There we go. Let's try this. There we go. Now I'm gonna rotate way better. That's what I want. There's a remote button, people are saying. Enable this movie. Oh, in the viewport? Ah, remote. Okay. I have remote. So I can look at these values. Can I see it here, though? Yeah, I see remote. But can I preview it in the view? So that's what I meant. Can I see my game here? I know I can look at these values here. Turn on the various debug views too. Yeah, how do I turn on the debug view? That would be my question. I view just values. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That's fine too. Yeah, I like one thing that I will say that I really like about Unity, I use it a lot, is being able to look at the scene view at the top of the project, next to project at the top, debug. Okay. Boy, debug. Yeah, only the game view. Gotcha. Because one thing that would be nice is not having to draw. So for example, in Unity, I can run my game and I can still see the collisions. I can see the raycast. I can see what they're doing. Visually, it can be really helpful. I can draw debug information into my scene view, but not into the game view. So just a little thing that I'm not saying that it's better or worse. It's something that I like about it. That said, every time I've used Godot, I'm loving Godot right now. Every time I've used Godot, I have a great time with it. Okay. It would be really nice, right? So it is a really nice feature that that Unity does. You can turn on collision shape and raycast in the debug tab. Visible collision shapes, visible paths. So I can see them here. Do I have to relaunch? Oh, I have to reload. Okay.
Whoa.
Cool. That's great. Justin6, thank you for the raid. J6, how are you on this beautiful day? Justin6, welcome in, my friend. How are you today? Justin6, how are you on this beautiful day? Folks, be sure to go give Justin6 some love. Click that little heart. You see that little heart there? Give it a click. Justin the Thick 6. Jack. Jack, I'd like to say, welcome aboard. Thank you for following me today. Folks, welcome in, Captain. Oh, my phone. Uh-oh. My headphones are about to die. That's so sad. They just said, charge me. I doubt anyone heard that. I'm doing absolutely wonderful. Justin Six, what were you working on your stream? If you got some links, feel free to drop them in the chat. We can check them out. For anyone who's new here, I am Captain Coder. Captain Coder is me, and me as a computer science educator. My full-time job, my Monday to Friday job, is teaching computer science and programming at a school for ages 10 to 14. I absolutely love my job, and this stream is dedicated to learning and coding and growing together as a crew. Let's get that pinned up there so people can click on it. Folks, be sure to go check out that on the Steam store. What we're doing out here right now, I am learning Godot for the first time ever. I've done a lot of Unity game dev. This month, we are hosting Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, folks, coming up in 2 weeks, where you are encouraged to learn something new. So we're out here promoting it, learning a bunch of new stuff. I'm gonna let this guy tell you all about it, though. I'm gonna let this guy tell you all about it. Hello and welcome to Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. I am Captain Coder. Captain Coder is me, and me as a computer science educator. And Captain Coder wants you to learn something new about game dev, whether it's your first time programming, whether it's the first time doing pixel art, whether it's the first time making music, whether it's the first time working on a team. I want you to learn something new, because in this community, we learn and code and grow together as a crew. In this game jam, the goal isn't to make the best game possible. The goal is to learn as much as possible, and I believe you can do it. And when you submit a game to this game jam, you are encouraged to also submit a devlog, blog, or vlog describing the resources you used, what you learned, and how others can utilize it. That said, just by submitting a devlog, vlog, or blog, you are entered to win $50. We're going to be doing 5 drawings here. 5 unique people will win $50 just by learning something new and sharing it with the community. Additionally, myself and 2 other guest judges will be reviewing all of the devlog, vlogs, or blogs to see which one we think is the most educational, and one beautiful person is going to win $250, and it could be you just for learning something. So join the Discord, check us out on Twitch, and we hope you have a wonderful time with this game jam. So you don't have to make the best game possible to win. You just have to learn as much as possible to win. $250, 2 $250 prizes will be awarded to people who submit an outstanding educational material, and 5 unique people will be drawn at random. So just by learning something, you can win. 5 unique people will win just by entering Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam and telling us what you learned in the game jam. Yeah, it's all about learning. Your game doesn't even have to work. You could submit, and your game doesn't have to be finished. It doesn't have to work. But if you learn something, you can win. You can win just by learning. Zaft, welcome back to stream. Kovalaki, great to have you here. BJ Axel, thank you for the follow. Thank you for following me today. BJ Axel, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Let's check out Alien Life Simulator. Justin Six, if you got a raid and run, no worries, my friend. I know how it be sometimes. Let's check this out. Alien Life Center. Immerse yourself in an emotional adventure. Unleash powerful synergistic builds combining guns, power-ups, and abilities of your choosing, but think carefully because they are all tied to your alien's emotions. Step to the gateway now and start exploring the defeating hostile alien worlds. This looks really quite cool. How long have you been working on this? What tools are you using to do it? You can get an early access. Oh, folks, go check out Alien Life Simulator. This looks cool. Multiplayer? Single player, okay. 4 years you've been working in Unity, very cool. This looks fantastic. Nice work. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. All right, and we have a question. Someone asked us a question. Let's take a look at that. I missed it, but Tani, thank you for doing an exclamation mark Q. Take a look at it here. Split screen multiplayer. Oh, that sounds great. I love the classic split screen multiplayer. Great work on this. I can't wait to check it out. Justin, I do often have community showcases. The next one's not going to be till July, but keep an eye out for it. We'll be doing a community showcase in July, and I'd love to play this. All right, let's keep going here. Tawny has a question. I missed it, but let's open that up. Let's see what Tawny has here. Tawny asks, let me pull this out. How did you end up working as an educator? This is a good question. What steps? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. And then what steps can I take to follow a similar path? Great question. Great question. So Tawny's asking, how did I end up working as an educator? I started out going to school. I went to school to become a music teacher. I have a music education degree. I wanted to be a music teacher. Music was so inspiring. As for me growing up, that was too hard. Turned out being a music teacher was too hard for me. I wasn't cut out from it, but I've always been super into computer science, programming, learning. And so I ended up getting a bachelor's of science in computer science. I was going like, I'm going to become a software engineer. I just love teaching so much. I ended up tutoring computer science in college. So as an undergrad, I became a tutor. I became a TA, and I was going, oh, I really like this too. I started working at summer camps. So I worked for a company called ID Tech for many, many years as a curriculum developer and also as a like camp counselor, I guess you'd say, where I taught students these week-long courses that I had designed, how to do programming, robotics, that type of stuff. And I knew I always wanted to do that. Getting into it, I'm in the United States, getting into education for young people in the United States doing programming is very difficult. And I applied to lots of schools. They always wanted me to teach math and have computer science as like an after school program, robotics as an after school. So it'd be like part of the job, but not the main thing. And I just kept doing it. I ended up going to grad school doing research in computer science education. So there's a field, so Tani, there's a field you can look into called computer science education. And I went to school I didn't finish, I went to grad school in a PhD program for a computer science education degree. I published several papers, got super into research on computer science education, and I managed to find a school that allows me to do computer science education research as my job. And so I work with young people ages 10 to 14 at my school. That's how I got into it. That said, I believe that it's going to be a pretty big industry in the next couple years. It might start getting oversaturated. One of the challenges with becoming a teacher is the pay is way less. So I went from making six figures. So when I was doing freelance program as a software engineer, I was making about 220,000 USD a year. 220K was my salary as a software engineer. As a teacher, as a researcher, my salary is $70,000 a year. So I took a huge pay cut to do the thing that I like to do. So keep that in mind. One of the reasons it's hard to get a good, it's for what it's worth, 70K is good for a teacher. In the United States, the average, I think, is like 55. That said, the reason it's hard to find good computer science educators, in my opinion, is because you're qualified for jobs that will pay you way more. And so it's really difficult to have a skill set that you could make 3-4 times amounts. Hope it will not be long before you start coding CPP and raw Vulkan. I was looking at doing some raw Vulkan not the other day, but a few weeks ago. I thought that would be really cool. So, Tani, that was sort of my journey into computer science education. I know it's not the only path, but you will probably end up, if you're going into it anytime soon, I would recommend looking at independent and private schools. Public schools in the United States are not quite worth it yet. That's the problem with all educators, Fortune's favorite. I agree. If you're good, then the private sector pays you more. It is terrible. Yeah, I was making 4 times as much money before I became a computer science educator. When I was a freelance software engineer, I made about $250,000 a year. It varied from year to year, but it was 200,000 plus as a software engineer, keeping in mind that I'd been doing it for about 16 years, right? So it's like, you don't start out making that much. It's middle of career, end of career, you can make that much. Most of my software engineer friends make 6 figures in the United States. Okay. Respect going after what you love. Yeah, I've worked for 13 startups, 11 startups. I'd have to go through and count them. I think I've worked for 13 different startups, 2 of which were very successful. Shy programmer, let's get a hat on this stack. Thank you so much for the hat redeem. Boom, there it is. There it is. Got to keep that head. My head's too thick for this one. Notice the inside brim starts coming up. My head's too fat for this one. Let me get another one on the bottom. It's all about starting off the bottom of it correctly. All right. That said, I would say don't go into computer science just for the money, because you're going to have a bad time if you're going in it just for the money. You got to kind of like the type of work. You got to like that type of work. Thank you so much for that hat redeem. This one fits a little bit better. All right. And I do love coding. That's another part of it. But yeah, I took a substantial pay cut to become a teacher. Tani, I hope that went well. What I will say is, as a computer science educator, I get to create all my own curriculum. There isn't a whole lot of existing curriculum out there for computer science education at the level I do it. So I get to spend a bunch of time. Yeah, I was just so burnt out I always wanted to be a computer science teacher, and I just had so much trouble finding it, that when I finally found it, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. My headphones are gonna die here soon, I think. Okay, so speaking of learning, let's go do it. Let's go do it. Okay. All right, so I have this. I can jump. This looks cool. All right, let's add in some collectibles. Let's add in some collectibles here. Some things that my player can pick up and add a score to the screen. All right, so I want to add in a collectible. Let's draw. Dissect the code. No, I already know everything. No, we can dissect the code. Tani shared this code with us. Let's see if we can understand what's going on. What date is the showcase? The showcase I don't have an exact date, but let me look at a calendar real quick. Let me look at a calendar. It's usually the 3rd Saturday. So if I had to guess, July 20th. Probably July 20th for our next showcase. Code Rad, welcome in, folks. Also, if you guys don't know Code Rad Games, do I have to do the whole thing? Code Rad Games, incredible game developer, folks, making Rogue Blight. I need to get a new trailer for this. Recently won, I don't know if won, but did incredibly well on Pixel Pitch. You may have seen him featured over there. Code Rad's making this incredible 2D side-scrolling combat. I wouldn't call it a platform combat game. It's strategic combat game, incredible stuff. Be sure to give him a follow, folks. Click that heart. Click that heart. What are you waiting for? Do it. Do it now. Do it now. Click that heart. Give him some love. But yeah, we're working on this here. How does the showcase work? How do you submit our games? So that's why I wasn't necessarily promoting it. There will be a thread on my Discord that I'll post at the beginning of July that you submit to. And then I usually just have you join me in a voice call or a video call. It's up to you. It's voice call, video call. I'll play your game. We'll talk about it, and we will. We can just discuss it. We can just discuss it here. Usually it's like 30 to 45 minutes per person. Patrick, thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on the stack. If you want to see some of the past showcases, let me get a hat there. Thank you for the hat. Ooh, a bonus hat. Let's get another hat in here. Just like that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to see some previous ones, you can find it in our archive. Another hat. Let's get another one. And I'll find an exact link for the last one so you can see it out. Let's get another hat. Boom. Thank you for the hats. Thank you for the hats. You guys are incredible. But yeah, if we go over to the archive here. Another hat. Lion Master. Thank you for the hat. Apoc. Thank you for the hat. Was that 2 new hats or just 1? Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on here. Boom. There we go. Did I miss one? I think we need 2 more. There we go. There we go. Thank you for the hats. There we go. There's not enough space on this room for all these hats. I gotta zoom out the room. I gotta increase the room. There we go. Get another hat added to this stack. Thank you for the hat. This hat's courtesy of Krasenstein. All right, so let's go to our. Oop, that's not right. Captain Coder Live. Mustache. We need a mustache. Maybe I get the googly eyes out. I need to add that. I should add an eyes redeem. An eye redeem. They're just so hard to open up here. Welcome in, Siler Atomic. Congratulations on your 28. So if we go to our past live streams, showcase. If you want to see the last showcase, so you have an example of how it works, you can find it here. But basically, I just bring people on. We chat about your project. Doesn't even have to be a game project. Mosaic, welcome into the stream. So Full Box came on. We looked at Full Box's game. But yeah, usually Mooniz has been on, looking at Moonvania. So we just bring people on. We look at their games. You can join in voice. You can join in video. It's up to you. So this is Lance's project. And so it's just a way where you guys can interact with me interact with the community, share your stuff with the community, bring your projects in. So I'll post on the Discord in July when I have an exact date for it, but probably July 20th. That said, oh man, my partner's birthday is July, it is right around that time. So I may not stream that weekend. That's why I'm saying it will probably be around that time there. Mosaic, welcome in. I'm learning about Captain Coder's Linear Game Jams coming up. I am learning a little bit about GD Script. This is my first time using GD Script. TM, like kind of, asterisks. It's my first time attempting to use GD Script. I've done some stuff in C# in Godot. Not much, but we're just learning how to make a little bit of a little tiny platformer in Godot. So this is all we have right now. We have a player that can move around and jump in the world. So we're having a lot of fun with it. And Tani was gracious enough to help us out. A lot of you guys have been here helping me out learning GD Script and stuff. But yeah, we're doing a game jam, so in the spirit of that, I'm learning a little bit about GD Script here. Already better than you, Saw? Well, I have 28 years of programming experience. So that said, I also have a whole chat helping me out. Never tried to know, but GD Script looks like a lot like Python. Got to be careful who you say that around. Some people get upset, like, it's not Python. It's not Python, because I have said that before, too. I like to say it's Python-inspired syntax. Python-inspired syntax. Okay. So, what am I doing? Who am I? Where am I? It's not Python, that's right. How dare you? All right, so Tani gave us this code. During our physics process, if we're not on, oh, this is like built in here. Tani gave us this code here. If we're on the floor, we rotate our character sprite. We determine what our sprite rotation should be. Rotate the sprite that way. Otherwise, we rotate towards our current angle. Gotcha. So it's sort of like pointing down, trying to find our ground, that type of stuff. Okay. It's Python inspired, yeah. Don't send me hate mail. Please don't send me hate mail. Okay. All right, so this is pretty simple. This feels pretty straightforward. I shouldn't say, as someone who has been doing game dev for about 2 years now, this feels pretty standard. This feels pretty good, pretty normal. I feel like I understand this code. Okay. Python's cousin twice removed. Yeah, are they even the same thing at that point? I would like to add in some collectibles to this. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new child here. It's gonna be, if I do a sprite, do I have to do, maybe I should create a whole node 2D, but I'm gonna create a collectible. That's fine. Some people love Python syntax. Personally, it's not my favorite. I have some Python nightmares in my past. Yeah, I like that. Good. All right, let's add in a sprite. I was going to say, let's go get a coin sprite. Should we get a coin sprite or should we make a coin sprite? Those are the two options we have. Since we can import vectors in here, I was kind of thinking we just make a coin sprite real quick in Inkscape. Can make a coin. A nice simple coin, just a collectible. We could also just make it a little, we don't have to make it a sprite. We could just make it a little circle here with a color added to it, and then we'd be good to go, right? Let's go ahead and open this up. Come on, Inkscape. Come on, Inkscape. Open on up. Let's create a poorly drawn sprite here. Let's get rid of my template here is ridiculous. I'm making a card game, or I was. Still am. I'd like to finish it at some point. All right, so we're going to make a coin. And we have a black border. Let's give it a internal color. Oops. Let's give it a gradient here. And let's go from... Why can't I set your color? Let me set the color. Ah, is it this here? All right. We'll go from that to... that. Give it a nice little coin fill. Have a nice little gradient on there. Look at that coin. Look at that coin. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's add in a dollar symbol to it. Let's give it a little bit of depth as well. All right, so we can send this behind it to make it feel like, oh, there's 3 coins now. Send it behind a little bit like that to make it, I was hoping this would make it feel, maybe it's just snapping too close. There, now it kind of has a little bit of a thickness to it. And let's make the one in the back. Come on, if I can click on it, zoom in. The one in the back be a slightly different color. There we go. Now it has a thickness to it. Give it a little bit of a coin here. Let's add in a dollar sign here. Let's add in a dollar sign here. I'm so zoomed in apparently. Apparently my size here. And that way we know it's valuable. To get that money. Get that money. Can we give it like an embossed fill? I don't know how to do that. I think let's do object. Let's convert this object to path. And now I should be able to set the inside and outside. Yeah, now I can get a shape here. Let's give it this color for the outside and this color for the inside. How do we do? How do we do? How's our money look? Money. Right, I'm gonna duplicate it real quick. Send this down 1 layer. Might need to make it a little bit bigger here. Everything feels a little bit too small. Everything feels so awkward to move in here. Money, let's make this back one all this color. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy, let's group those together. Let's do an alignment. Biggest object. All right, there's our money. That's our collectible. Our goal is to make, we're gonna make a game about getting rich. Getting rich as a game dev. Getting rich as a game dev, folks. Hang on, let me save this into the proper directory here. When you're gonna join Proton for some C64 dev, we talked a little bit. Yeah, so I've been there's so much stuff I want to do. Quadratisk, I want to do some F# game development. I want to learn Unreal. Some Commodore 64 stuff would be so cool. I feel like I would do Commodore 64 basic though, right? So a lot of the stuff I do on stream is related to what am I going to teach at my school, right? And so how do I get that incorporated? I'd love to teach Godot at my school once their web builds are a little bit better for Godot 4 and C# here. Let me get this into my GitHub, my Git directory here. Git, learn you a Godot. Here we go. Create a folder. Call this raw. Maybe I don't even need to do raw there because it looks like in our Godot projects. Yeah, let's call this. Oh, I'm gonna have to export it. Money. Hang on, let's go up a directory. We will create a folder here just so you can see what I'm doing now. Raw. We'll save this here as money. And let's just do an export on this as selection. So we just get that. We're gonna export this not as a PNG, but let's export it as an SV. It looks like we can actually use SVGs directly in Godot. Coin. Export. 8-bit workshop, right? Very easy to get started with C64 coding. I'm not sure, I haven't used it before in TensorCode. Okay, can I make this be my texture? I can. There we go. Now we can be rich. Now we can be rich. All right, let's maybe not scale, but let's add in. I want to add in a collision shape. Well, I need to have a a body. What was it? Static body. There we go. Oops. Static body. Make the coin its own scene. I was planning to do that. Can I not take it once I have it and then pull it out? I'm gonna make this a square. Yeah, square. Does anyone know if there's a button I can press that will make this automatically find the shape of the thing it's inside of? I don't want a static body. I want it to interact with so I want an area 2D, not a static body. Okay. I do want to be able to bump into it, right? Let's try that. What is the difference? And I'll go read the documentation in a moment. Area 2D. Do I still add in a collision shape? Oh, I do. Okay. Let me go look here. Godot area 2D. It's like trigger. Okay, that's what I want. Area 2D is a region of 2D space defined by one or multiple collision shapes or collision polygon 2D child nodes. It detects when other collision objects enter or exit and keeps track of which collision objects have exited it yet. Haven't exited. This node can also locally alter or override physics parameters. Okay. Gotcha. So we can detect when we've entered it. Let's go ahead and make this. Oh, we'll change this to a circle. I don't need this to be a. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Let's make it a circle. And where is the size of my circle? There it is. Let's make it appear below so I can see it. Why is it misaligned there? Let's hit reset. I find it very interesting that we're working let's make it a little bit smaller than the bounds here. I find it a little interesting that we work in pixels in Godot. My brain finds that very, very interesting that we work directly with pixel numbers in Godot. Whenever I've done web dev, whenever I've done a lot of things, it's like, why, do we really want to be working in pixels? Because resolution wise, I think it does some automatically scaling stuff with it there. All sorts of things from collectibles and creative areas. Oh, cool. All right, so let's add a script that was ranking all 2D nodes. Area 2D was the winner in the Godot stream that was ranking all 2D nodes. I don't understand that fact. It is possible to make the screen scale. Yeah, I have mine set up to screen line master. That's what mine does right now. Let's add a script here. So create a script. I'm gonna use the default template. We'll call this coin.gd. I should probably put these things in a better script. Oh, I was hoping this would give me a better template. I was hoping this would give me a template that says like on collision enter, something like that. Is there a template for area 2D to have when something enters? Time to learn about signals. I hear signals are Godot's events, right? Click on area 2D. Okay. I've clicked on area 2D. Now, above the inspector, click node. Above the inspector, click node. Okay. This is cool. I like this. We can see all the different methods here. Okay. Area entered. Can I click and drag this in? Oh, that's too bad. Get the body entered signal. Is that this one? Okay. And when I say get signal from, signals are OP. If Godot was a video game, signals would be completely broken in a good way. Not body entered. Okay. Body entered. I'd be curious what the difference between these two are. But it's saying when some other body enters this. So this is like our player here. Yeah, so now I've connected on area 2D body entered body. Okay. And then is there, what was the print message here? Safe. Welcome to the stream over on YouTube. Great to have you here on this beautiful day. I'm doing absolutely wonderful. I hope you're doing well. You've connected it to the player. Okay. Have I though? Is that what this is? Remove the function and disconnect. Connections, I can't just modify it. Remove the function and disconnect. Okay. Our target should be the player. That's what I thought I collected. All right, so I should be doing this on the character. Make it to create a new one. So I should be adding this on the character. That feels weird to me. But the coin, well, that's where I thought I had. So this is the coin. This is the coin. Yes, I want the coin. Body entered. All right. And connecting from. All right, so I do this. On body. Oh, I think I understand. Okay, I think I understand that. Add the function / signal to the coin from where it is connecting from. Okay. So I want to then destroy this object. Just have it removed from the scene. I'm assuming there's some code I can run here to do that. Print, all right, print body.name. And then Q free. Okay, so this is saying when in the next frame or whenever there's a moment to do it, go ahead and free this thing up. Let's try it. All right, let's move our coin. I'm gonna move my coin over here. And we got the debug message. Character body 2D. Okay. Enjoy your lurk, Saw. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. There we go. All right. All right. Not bad. Not bad. So now that I've done that, I need this. Oh, let's turn this into, hang on, question. If I rename this coin. So now if I want to add multiple coins, I can just drag this in. Nice. Nice. I do like that. The idea of everything's the scene is something that I think is pretty cool. All right, so now I have 2 coins here. I have to reset it in the scene view. So if I open up my coin scene, I should reset this transform. That makes sense. Okay. And now if I go into my main scene, that makes sense. That makes sense. Otherwise, it was like had an offset there for that. Okay, very nice. Thank you everyone so much for your help. I do find selecting things to feel a little bit awkward in here. but I'm just not. I think it's because I'm not used to it. I'm used to like Unity collisions and how the editor works there. Save method to delete it. There's a free, but if other scripts use the objects, it might be bad. Yeah, Q free is going to do it. I'm confused. What is on your head? We got a mutant toad on my head, Sai. This is the series of hats. The Captain Coder wears mini hats, Sai. And these are the mini hats that I happen to be wearing. Yeah, welcome into the stream. Over on Twitch, I'm sorry that I don't have the command set up on YouTube, but on Twitch, there's a redeem you can do to add hats to my head. And that's where all these hats are coming from. So every hat you see, someone has provided. You're able to drag click the select button. You don't need to move the move mode might save you. You're able to drag click. Yeah, so that's what's happening is if I want to click this thing, I'm trying to select this other coin. I feel like if I get the hotkeys down, it would be fine, but I couldn't select it. Go to select. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I had to switch to select mode to be able to do that. Right? But I could get better at it. Oh, I see in select mode I can do that. I see. Gotcha. That makes sense. I was expecting to switch there. Kvadratist, you're almost there. Just gotta wait 57 more minutes for another hat. Alright, only not that long. Not that long there. Alright, very nice. Alright, now I want to track the number of coins that I've collected, and I want to put, so here's something I want to do that I haven't done before yet. I want to add in some text to the screen and have that text be visible. You can have global variables there. Do I want a global variable? That's a question. Or do I want it something that like my player has it saved? Use auto load scripts. Of course, I could learn about auto load scripts for storing the score. All right. I want to use. All right, tell me. Don't destroy unload, but Godot version. Auto set. Move mode is only useful when you try to move objects that are on top of one and don't want to change their positions. That makes sense. Okay. That I think I understand that. First, before I make it, so maybe I make our score here. Okay. People are suggesting that I use an auto load script. I want the coins persist, but I wouldn't have that data stored on my player. Better in a global variable. Global variables scare me. Global variables scare me. That said, maybe the word global variables, it means something maybe slightly different. Yeah, but would my coins reset potentially, or I'd keep that data? I'll disagree with the global variable thing, but what is YMMV? I should know what that is. Better in an autoload as you might want to access it from GUI. Yeah, I was thinking, A2 Dre, that sounds like what I want. Your mileage may vary. I was like, I've seen that before. I don't know why I couldn't get it. Lance, welcome back. Great to have you here. Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat added to the stack. What do we got here? Oh. Let's be a wizard. My Baron's Cabinet Wizard hat. Thank you for the hat redeem. All right. Olgo Dev. Olgo Dev. Thank you. My headphones just died. Olgo Dev. Thank you for following me today. I gotta say, thank you for following me. My headphones just died, so my audio here is gonna be all wonky. Are you guys still hearing? You guys still hear everything? Looks like VLC is still coming through, you guys. I am no longer going to be able to hear redeems. Olgo, welcome into the stream. Great to have you here on this beautiful day. I hope you're enjoying the adventure of watching Captain Coder learn a little bit about Godot GD scripts. So we're having a blast here. I'm learning so much. Okay. I kind of want to have the idea of like a stat resource. We had talked about resources before. I'm not sure how to do that, but I want to understand resources a little bit more in Godot. Godot resource. And maybe that is what we really want. I don't know. Up to this tutorial, we focused on node, class in Godot, as that's the one you use to code behavior and most of your engine's features rely on it. There's another data type that is just important, resource. Nodes give you functionality. They draw stuff, 3D models, simulate physics, arrange user interface, etc. Resources and data containers are data containers. It's much better than a global variable. That sounds like what I want. Giglio. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. Giglio. Let me know how to pronounce it. Jas, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. Welcome in. Anything Godot saves or loads from disks is a resource, be it a scene, an image. Here are some resources. Okay. You're a web developer. Very cool. Very cool. When the engine loads a resource from disk, it only loads it once. If a copy of the resource is already in memory, trying to load the resource again will return the same copy every time. If resources only contain data, there's no need to duplicate them. Cool. Jas, thank you so much for the follow. Jas, I'd like to welcome you to the crew now, Jas. Thank you for following me. Thank you for the follow. Resources are singletons and can be used as communication bus of sorts. Cool. You can create a script that inherits from resource. If you give the script a class name, you can then define all the properties that make up the resource. Any instance of that resource that you create will have those available to fill in. Okay. So, external versus built-in. Okay. Glad to have you here. Welcome in. We are prepping for Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, which I hope you'll consider joining. $750 in prizes, folks. Okay. Kavadra Tisk, be nice, be nice. I look, I like when you boozle me. I like when you boozle me. I teach computer science and programming. It's my full-time job. I work at a school for ages 10 to 14. But yeah, I teach computer science and programming as my full-time job, which is great. I love it. Creating your own resource. Like any object in Godot, users can also script resources. Resource scripts inherit the ability to freely translate between object properties and serialized text or binary data. They also inherit the reference counting memory management from the ref counted type. This comes with many distinct advantages over alternate data structures such as JSON, CSV, or custom text files. Users can only import these assets as a dictionary or a file access to parse. What sets resources apart is their inheritance of object, ref counted, and resource features. Okay, tell me how to make one. Godot makes it easy to create custom resources. Here we go, in the inspector. Create a plain resource object in the inspector. This can even be a type that derives resource so long as your script is extending that type. Set the script property in the inspector to be your script. I am in the United States. I'm in the Southwest. The inspector will now display your resource script's custom properties. If one edits those values and saves the resource, the inspector serializes the custom properties to save a resource from the inspector. Click the inspector tool. If the script's language supports script classes, then it streamlines the process. Okay. So it's saying I think what it's saying is I should add in a node called a resource. Is this right? No, that can't be right. Or is it just a regular node? Is it just add in a node like this? And then I add a script to it that extends resource. Create a plain resource object in the inspector. Or did it say to do this? Create new resource. This is what it's saying to do. Okay. And so it'll be just a plain resource. All right, so let's delete this node. This is going to be my stats resource. Okay, stat resource. All right. Now it's telling me set the script property in the inspector. Like scriptable object unit, these may not be part of a scene. They won't appear in the node trees. That's fine. How do I get this in my, so it's saying in the inspector, so I have resource selected. Oh, I just needed to double click it. Okay. Let's add a script. Let's create a new script. Okay, that's weird. I thought it would give me a template option. Okay, it didn't. But we can copy this example here. Like this. And now in our resource, maybe? Save? Something weird is something's not working. Something weird here. Something's gone wrong. This unsaved file, when I hit save, it's not renaming. Save as stats. I should really organize this folder here. Something feels very, very wrong here. There we go. You're right. Code at your usual 1 lines per millisecond. I'm not that fast. I'm not that fast. So we have a health here. All right. So we have a GD script. Set health. There's another one. Coins. Coins here. So we can set these up to be in here. Init health key coins equals 0 by default. Coins equals P coins. It's an interesting convention to put P to stand for parameter, I'm assuming. Otherwise, there will be problems with creating your resource via the inspector. Okay. So now I have coins. What I want to do is I think... All right, so we have a resource here. The documentation says now, the script's language supports script classes, then it streamlines the process. P, yeah, that just got added in. That's sort of like what they have here. This is part of their documentation. Now create a character body 3D and name it bot. All right, so we're gonna add in a variable stats that's a resource. Okay, so in our player, let's go back to our main. Character body. We can open our script. There it is. Let's create an export. This is going to be our stats. And we say that it's a resource. Resource. Okay. I'm using Godot. I'm just learning Godot. And we're just making a little platformer here. So we have, we can collect these coins, right? So this is essentially my first time really using Godot. It's my first time using GD script for sure. And we're gonna make it so we can pick up these coins and it'll say on the screen that they've been collected, So not crazy, but not bad. The Cube Miser, what a name, Cube Miser. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're... I think I'm going to set this in here. I say this is the resource that I'm using. So I can attach this resource like that. Now I have a resource that is between, that'll be kept in there. And I think I can access. So when I touch this cube here, I can do stuff. Cube Miser, welcome in. We got Cube Miser following us. Cube Miser, welcome aboard. Welcome to the stream, Cube Miser. Happy to have you here on this beautiful Friday. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Folks, I just want to remind you that Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam is coming up later this month, June 19th to July 3rd. $750 in prizes. You don't get prizes by making the best game. You get prizes by learning the most. 5 people will win $50. Drawing 5 people who just submit what they learned. Your game doesn't even have to work. And then 2 people are going to win $250 for producing educational resources that other people can use based on what you learned. So share what you learned. It's a way our community can learn and code and grow together. Let's see, a cube and a coin is the game called the Cube Miser. Maybe we'll call this game Cube Miser. I like that, Smab. If you give your stat scripts a class name, say stat resource, you can then define your stats as that instead. That way, it's only allowed to use that specific resource. Okay, so Lance is suggesting that in my stat script, I can give it a name here. Class name. So is it class name like this? How do I define a class name is a good question. Joe Murchison, you might give Captain an integrity crisis. Because how many smart people are in the community. Class name. So is it just class name, player stats? Does it have to be at the top? Can it be anywhere? So class name extends resource like this. You're almost there. Oh, Gilgamesh. Oh, I'm just not hearing it. My audio cues are gone because my headphones died. Gilgamesh, thank you for the hat redeem. Let's get another hat on this stack. See if my arms are long enough. Gilgamesh, thank you for the hat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get a little corny in here. Thank you so much for the hat redeem. Things are getting wild. Things are getting wild. Saying a nice tune. Junaid, let's not say that. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I just want to make sure. Oh, that's your name? Junaid Ali Shah, CEO of Jazz Giggly Startup. I did find my headphones. Ma'am. I don't know how to pronounce all of that. Jazz, I'm sorry. Jazz, Jas. I get it though. Junaid Ali Shah is CEO of Jazz Giggly Startup. How do we do? All right, so now I think what you're saying is in my player controller, rather than doing resource, I can do, we called it player stats. So now I should be able to do player stats. And now in my character bar, we have a player stats here. So I can only put that specific thing here. It's above or below. You can put it on the same line as extends keyword. You have it right now. Gotcha. Okay. So we have our stats in there. My guess is now in my coin class. All right. So in my coin class, what I also want to have it here. So it's gonna share the same resource. So I'm gonna put in here that we have an export stats, player stats is what I called it. Export var stats. Okay. So now on my coin prefab, so if I go into my coin scene, question, will this update all of the coins in my main scene here? It does. Nice. Bobby coding. Have you met Bobby? They've been coding, you know it is true, Bobby. Thank you for following the Captain Coder on this beautiful Friday. Bobby Coding, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a beautiful day. When I collect a coin, I would like to make it so that so I'm assuming I can do stats dot, coins. Is there a plus equal 1? Can I do this in Python, in GDScript, not Python? These will be two different instances of player stats. No, it's the shared. It's a shared resource. This is actually one shared resource between everything. The thing I worry about, there's a plus equal, but not a plus plus. Gotcha. So there's no increment, but there is plus equal. Let's try it. Let's go watch our resource here. Nothing crashed. Nothing's crashing. Can I go into my remote? I'm wondering if I can look at... So I don't see this actually updating. There are only unique instances if local to scene is marked. By default, resources are a singleton. Yeah, that's sort of what I was going for. I'm not seeing the change here, but I think it's changing. It's just that that's like the initial value. When the game starts, it initializes it. Is that true? Or is this like get modified? If I were to restart my game now, would I have 3 coins? Let's do a print here. Print stats.coins, just so we can see how many coins we have. All right. I'm glad you're enjoying it. What time is it in your country? It is 6:30 a.m. right now. And I typically, if you want to find it, we're a little bit off our normal schedule, but check out our Discord. And I usually post a schedule in there, and it'll show in your local time. It'll show in your local time. So if you come onto the Discord and you go down to schedule, this is my normal schedule. I know it's Friday, but I'm streaming a lot of off schedule. I'll be back. These is my normal schedule. I do start my stream at 4 a.m. local. That's true. This is true. At A2. Snabble, welcome back. All right, let's check it out here. We're gonna watch our coins increase, hopefully. 1 coin, 2 coin, 3 coin. There we go. Coin it up, folks. All right, so now I wanna add in a UI layer. I don't know how to do this. When I add a UI layer, when I collect the coins, I want the screen to change. Nights are canceled in Norway, so I get up kind of early. Click that link. It should let you join the Discord link there. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord, know when I'm going live. We're doing a bunch of off-schedule streams to promote our game jam right now. Right, so the game jam that's coming up, I want to get as many people as we can making and learning stuff for the community, knowing about. We got to spread that word. What is a night? I've never experienced one. Okay, so I want to do so I like the resource is pretty nice here. I think I need to make some folders here. Let's create a scripts folder. I'm gonna move my GD stuff into these just to try and do a little bit. We have enough files here that things are feeling a little bit wonky. Let's create a sprites folder. Move our coin sprites and our icon in there. And then maybe new folder scenes, nodes. I don't know if that's right. Unity would call them scenes. Node. This would be in our scripts, stats, stat rest. Okay. Scripts. There we go. A little bit more. For small part, most people to scripts, resources, scenes, assets, folders. Gotcha. You have the same time? Well, it should show up on the Discord. It'll show up in your local time. Here. But yeah, we almost certainly don't have the same time here. It shows up in your local time there. So it's a special code. So if we look at this message here, these show up in your local time when you're on Discord. Yeah, so it'll show up in your local time. This is my local time. The Discord link, there you go. Discrod. Thank you, Infinitani. Okay. What am I doing here? I want to get this to show up on a UI. On the UI. Is there a text node? Is this how I would do this? Create a label. It's called a label. Okay. Label. And would I attach this specific to the camera, or does the label have like screen space? So my initial thought is to put it inside of my camera. Make a new canvas layer. Okay. Canvas layer. Okay, create a canvas layer. Independent rendering, and I'll put my label inside. Hang on, let's move this up. Put my label in there. Okay, let's make this say coins. Okay, I'll zoom in a little bit here. Label under, yeah, got that there. If I were to run my game, what does this do? Coins. Okay, so this is like independent rendering layer. Nice. So this, the font's a little bit sad. I'm sure I can do a bunch of stuff with it. Let's search for fonts. Theme overrides, fonts, sizes, font size, bigger. Let's make it nice and big. There we go. 36 feels good. Okay, so we have a font size here. What I want to do is we need to have this label change based on the number of coins we have. So I'm going to add a script. Maybe this isn't the right way to do it, but I am going to add a script to this. Can I add a script? I'm sure I can. Someone correct me if this is a crazy thing to do. Let's put this in our change path scripts. All right, this is going to be our coin label. Okay. Ready doesn't feel right. Process. So I could do this. I think I could do this of text equals. Do I have to do this? I'm going to do text equals blanc just to test this. All right, so I can set it that way. It feels weird to do it. Yeah, I was gonna have it do a signal. Process works. It's not the most performative way, but works. I was gonna get it working and then show that we're gonna switch it to a signal so that it only changes when that value changes. Have the label update when it catches the signal, yeah. So let's do this real quick. Just real quick. I can make this thing, maybe I don't do it this way. I was gonna have this. This is one way we could do it. Export stats, var stats, player stats. This is one way we could do it. All right, and then this will be on our stats here. And what we could do is we could have this say coins. The problem the reason you don't want to do this, is it a plus? Is there string interpolation in here? Stats.coins. How do we do string interpolation? Do I have to do an F format? In C# I would do this. Coins. Everyone's giving me a different suggestion. Coins. %s. %stats.coins. 9 is what happens between November and February. I like this one. Do we have like inline string formatting? I like inline string formatting, but this will work. All right, so now when we go and collect coins, it updates. This text is getting updated every frame. This is like an F string. This is like a string formatter. I don't mind this. Like, this is what I grew up using. Like, before we got super fancy language features, this is what I grew up using. %s, %x formats. Belier, thank you for that. So we could do an str. Oh, so I could do like a plus. I think people are saying I could do plus this. So I can concatenate that way. So I could do it that way. Both of I think I honestly prefer the other way. I know a lot of people don't. I know my students prefer the plus way. Or reference counted, perhaps. Snabble, that's a great question. It's ref counted. Gotcha. That's impressive. I was gonna say I didn't know. I don't know. Okay. Let's make this using a signal, right? So what I want to do is, I think in my script, my stat script, can I add a signal here? I would like to have a method that I would like the following function set coins. In C#, I'd make coins a property that you can listen to. Set coins. Coins. How do I define this? I need a colon. Okay. And then coins is, this would need to be P coins. And then I would emit a signal saying signal coins updated. I declare the signal in code. Signal. All right, so I do signal coins updated count int. I like that we can do that. All right, do I do anything inside of this? Oh, no colon at the end? Okay. And so then I do coins, updated coins, like this. How do I call this? Dot emit coins. Oops. Trying to help me out there. Okay. Emit coins. Okay, so we're going to set the coins. We're going to emit saying the coins have changed. Now I want to connect to this. So my coins here. That's how I think it works. Or that. Yeah, so whenever my coin changes. The thing is I can't do this now. When I do this, I actually need to do stats dot set coins is equal to stat.coins plus 1. So I have to do this when I set the coins now. So there's a little bit that I have to change here. Apparently I can't do that. Stats not declared in current scope. Oh, stats. There we go. Okay. So I'll emit, so this sets the value. It emits that value to other people. Other scripts. Scripts are not people, by the way. Apparently, I think my brain wants to say scripts are people. I learned from the docs. Can also define a C# style setter if you prefer. Yeah, I was gonna say if I can make it a property, that would be kind of cool. But we'll do this for now, and then we'll use. And then I want to look into how we would do setters, getter properties on it. Let me finish this. So my coin label. I want to register. I'm assuming I would do this in ready. I'm assuming I'd do this in ready. I want to register on my stats dot coins updated dot connect. And I'm going to connect this to a function. Update text maybe. Update text coins. And this would become coins. I think this is what I do. Like my intuition's telling me this is what I do. I have a function called update text. I receive this updated text. Like I should maybe call it update coins text. Let's try it now. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we need to set the initial to coins as 0. Just my image here. My initial label should be coins 0. I'm a Godot now. Signals are good. Yeah, in C# we'd call these events. Signals is a good word for it. Looks as Godot as it can get. It looks pretty Godot. Looks pretty Godot. There we go. We can jump. We can collect coins. Not bad. Nice and simple. Nice and simple little solution here. Thank you guys so much for your help with this. Awesome stuff. Yeah, so we have a little platformer. I'm sure we could build more platforms here if we wanted to. Probably gonna wrap up here. Let me do a commit. Haven't committed yet here. I should have been committing this whole time. Learn you a Godot. Get I bet my git ignore needs to be inside of that folder, doesn't it? Only 17 files. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. It's pretty good. Okay. All right. Git add, git status, git commit. Chore made a simple, a very simple platformer in Godot. Go ahead and push that up. Anyone who wants to find the source code, you'll be able to find it there. Okay. Yeah, if you're interested in learning C#, I think the C# Player's Guide is one of the best resources. The Yellow Book is a free resource as well. And then my website, Adventures in C# is currently needs a lot of work. So I took it off the list there just because I need to do some major updating on it. Very nice. All right, folks, if you're here, I just want to remind you, Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam's coming up. I know I keep pushing this. I hope you guys don't mind too much, but I really want you guys to join Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. $750 in prizes. Also, be sure to submit theme ideas. If you have a theme that you would like to submit, go ahead and submit it there. We'll be voting on those probably a couple days, probably starting on not Monday, but the week after. You are giving people an awesome jam. I hope people know. I know I keep pushing this on a stream. It's really meant to push jam. I know I have so much trouble with the self-promotion. But here we go. How can I sponsor? Send me a link, Goob. Maybe we can chat a little bit. We can chat a little bit if you want to become a sponsor of the Game Jam. I should probably set something up like that. But yeah, we'll see you there. Oh, let's start this video over. Hang on, I gotta update the volume as well. The volume needs to be fixed. Welcome to Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. I am Captain Coder. Captain Coder is me, and me is a computer science educator. And Captain Coder wants you to learn something new about game dev, whether it's your first time programming, whether it's the first time doing pixel art, whether it's the first time making music, whether it's the first time working on a team. I want you to learn something new because in this community, we learn and code and grow together as a crew. In this game jam, the goal isn't to make the best game possible. The goal is to learn as much as possible, and I believe you can do it. And when you submit a game to this game jam, you are encouraged to also submit a devlog, blog, or vlog describing the resources you used, what you learned, and how others can utilize it. That said, just by submitting a devlog, vlog, or blog, you are entered to win $50. We're going to be doing 5 drawings here. 5 unique people will win $50 just by learning something new and sharing it with the community. Additionally, myself and 2 other guest judges will be reviewing all of the devlog, vlogs, or blogs to see which one we think is the most educational, and one beautiful person is going to win $250, and it could be you just for learning something. So join the Discord, check us out on Twitch, and we hope you have a wonderful time with this game jam. We'll see you there. How cool would that be? Wouldn't that be crazy? I'd take the hats, reach into the video, put them on. What if I had that? That'd be really cool. I wish I was that cool. Folks, if you could promote this, help me promote this, share this with your communities, share this out to everybody. We want to get all the people in the Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. I want you guys to learn as much as possible. That'd be really cool. I'm not that cool, unfortunately. Okay. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I normally don't stream on Fridays. I'm going to end a little bit early because I have work in about 45, a little bit under an hour. 55 minutes I have to get to work. It's my last Friday of teaching, so I got to get a little bit of prep in. I hate to leave right now, but we got a little platformer going here. Which is nice. We're going to go raid someone, maybe a Godot dev. If you guys know a good Godot dev, let me know. We might raid them so we can promote the Learn You a Game Jam a little bit more as well. Let's go find someone to raid, maybe someone I haven't met before. You know what? I don't think I've done it on Jackie's stream yet. Let's go raid Jackie. Speaking of incredible game devs, Jackie's an incredible Godot dev. Let's go over to Jackie's stream here. We're going to raid Jackie. If you guys don't know Jackie, absolutely incredible human. She's just starting. We'll get in there. There's this guy called Tani. We could raid Tani. Yeah, we're going to go over to Jackie. We're promoting Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. We're going to say happy Friday. Captain wants you to learn you a game jam. We're gonna take this, folks. I normally don't use raid messages. I always feel like they fall flat. I feel like I struggle so much with self-promotion. I always feel a little bit weird doing it. But let's go raid Jackie codes, folks. So if you would, please copy and paste this message to help us promote Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. My goal is to get Jack to say, hey, what were you working on? Send a link about Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. But copy, paste that. Help me out a little bit. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for making my morning awesome. Let's get this raid set up here. Let me make sure I get the name right. But yeah, if you would copy, paste that message for me, I'd really appreciate it. And then we're going to be back. I will be back tomorrow. We're going to be streaming a bunch tomorrow. I'm going to be back with Grumpy Game Dev and I. The Grumpy Game Dev and I are streaming early tomorrow. Yeah. I'm not going to post the link yet. That's why I'm saying, like, send Happy Friday, Captain. Why don't you learn this? Then I'll ask her. I'll say I'm doing a game jam. My goal is to get her to ask me, send a link or something like that. But super happy. You guys are awesome. Remember to keep coding. I'll be back tomorrow. Grumpy Game Dev and I are going to be doing some test driven development early in the morning. So go, if you have not followed Grumpy Game Dev, be sure to do that. I will be back on after that tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, promoting Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. We're going to be doing some more learning things. Probably do a little bit more Godot stuff. I want to do a little bit of Unreal stuff. I'm having so much fun learning all this stuff. I want to do some Blender stuff. Thank you guys so much for being here. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, keep being awesome, keep being the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.